The vast emptiness of space stretched out before the Zarkan exploration vessel. Stellar Seeker. Captain Thorlax stood on the bridge, his four eyes fixed on the holographic display of an unremarkable yellow star. This was the 127th solar system they had visited in their quest to map the galaxy, but something about it felt different. "Status report," Hexorlax commanded, his voice a low rumble. Science Officer Vexillar's tentacles danced over the control panel. "Captain, we're detecting unusual energy signatures from the third planet. It appears to be shielded." Sorlax's antenna twitched with surprise. "Shielded? But our records show this system should be uninhabited." The crew exchanged nervous glances. Their mission was supposed to be routine. Chart new systems, catalog resources, and move on. They weren't prepared for first contact, let alone with a civilization advanced enough to shield an entire planet. "Bring us closer, but maintain caution," Torlax ordered. "Full sensor sweep." As the Stellar Seeker approached the blue-green world, more anomalies became apparent. A complex network of satellites orbited the planet, far more advanced than anything the Zarkan had encountered before. Suddenly, alarms blared across the bridge. "Multiple objects approaching at high speed," shouted the tactical officer, his exoskeleton clicking with agitation. Hectorlax's hearts raced. Evasive maneuvers, raise shields. But before they could react, the objects surrounded their ship. They weren't projectiles or attack vessels. They were probes, each no larger than a Zarkan escape pod. "They're scanning us," Vexillar reported, confusion evident in her bioluminescent patterns. A holographic image flickered to life in the center of the bridge. It showed a bipedal creature, hairless except for the top of its head, with two eyes and a mouth that didn't move as words in perfect Zarkan echoed through the ship. "Greetings, visitors. You have entered protected space. Please state your intentions." The crew stared in awe. The being in the hologram was unlike any species they had encountered. Torlax stepped forward. "We are peaceful explorers from the Zarkan Collective. We mean no harm and seek only to learn." The hologram nodded. "Your honesty is appreciated. You may proceed to the designated coordinates for further communication." As quickly as it appeared, the hologram vanished. The probes retreated, leaving the Stellar Seeker alone once more. "Captain," Vexillar's voice trembled. "I've analyzed the technology we just encountered. It's beyond anything in our databases. The energy output, the materials. They're centuries ahead of us." Sorlax felt a mixture of fear and excitement. This was the discovery of a lifetime. "Follow those coordinates. We came to explore, and by the Ancient Ones, we'll do just that." As they approached the planet, the crew gasped. Massive orbital structures came into view. Space stations that dwarfed their ship, shipyards that could build fleets, and defense platforms bristling with weapons they couldn't even begin to understand. "It's a fortress system," the tactical officer whispered in awe. But something was off. As they drew closer, Vexillar made another startling discovery. "Captain, I'm detecting no life signs. Not on the planet, not on the stations. Nothing." Sorlax's antenna drooped in confusion. "How is that possible? Who sent that message? Who built all this?" As if in answer, another hologram appeared. This time, it showed a series of images. The same bipedal creatures building cities, launching ships, and then vanishing. The final image showed a date in what they assumed was the local calendar. Vexillar's tentacles trembled as she converted the date. "Captain, if this is accurate, these structures, this technology, it's all at least 500,000 years old." The bridge fell silent. 500,000 years, and this technology was still active, still superior to anything they possessed. Thorlax stared at the blue-green world below, a planet that had once been home to beings of unimaginable power and skill. Beings that had disappeared long ago, but left behind guardians to watch over their home. "Send a message to the collective," he said quietly. "Tell them we've made first contact. with ghosts. As the Stellar Seeker prepared to dock with one of the ancient stations, Lax couldn't shake the feeling that they were about to uncover secrets that would change the galaxy forever. The tale of humanity, their rise, their achievements, and their mysterious disappearance was about to be told. The Zarkan exploration team had spent 3 lunar cycles aboard the ancient Earth space station. Despite its age, the station's systems functioned flawlessly, providing them with air, gravity, and power. It was a testament to the engineering prowess of the long-vanished humans. Vexillar, the science officer, had barely slept since their arrival. Her 6-fingered hands flew over holographic interfaces, sifting through vast archives of human knowledge. Captain Lax found her in the station's library, her bioluminescent patterns glowing with excitement. "Captain," she exclaimed, her tentacles quivering, "you won't believe what I've discovered about the humans." Lax's 4 eyes blinked in sequence, a sign of curiosity in his species. "Tell me, Vexillar, what have you learned?" Vexillar projected a hologram showing the history of human civilization. These beings, they called themselves humans, evolved on this planet they named Earth. Their recorded history spans over 10,000 years, but their technological growth in the last 500 years of their existence was explosive. The hologram showed images of human progress, from simple tools to space travel in a remarkably short time. "But that's not the most intriguing part," Vexillar continued. "Look at this." The hologram shifted to show scenes of conflict, humans fighting each other with increasingly deadly weapons. Lax's antenna drooped. They were violent. "Yes, but that's what makes this so fascinating," Vexillar explained. "Their constant conflicts drove their technological advancements. Each war pushed them to create better tools, better medicines, better ways of understanding the universe." The captain pondered this. In Zarkan society, conflict was rare and always seen as a step backward. The idea of war driving progress was alien to them. But if they were so advanced, what happened to them? Lax asked. Vexillar's bioluminescence dimmed. "That's the mystery, Captain. The records become vague near the end. There are mentions of a great project, something they called the Ascension, but the details are encrypted beyond my ability to decode." Just then, the tactical officer, Kraztur, burst into the library, his exoskeleton clicking with urgency. "Captain, we've detected something in the outer reaches of the solar system." They rushed to the station's control center. On the main screen, they saw a massive structure floating in the darkness beyond the orbit of the outermost planet. "What is it?" Lax asked, his voice filled with awe. Kraztur manipulated the controls, zooming in on the structure. "It appears to be some sort of gateway, Captain. It's dormant now, but the energy readings suggest it could create a wormhole when activated." Vexillar's tentacles waved excitedly. "This must be connected to the Ascension." The humans didn't just disappear, they left. As they studied the gate, something unexpected happened. The station's eye, which had been silent until now, suddenly spoke. "Greetings, explorers," the AI said, its voice eerily human-like. "You have discovered the culmination of humanity's greatest achievement. I am authorized to share this information as you have proven yourselves peaceful and curious." The team listened in rapt attention as the AI explained. Humanity had indeed ascended, using the gate to travel to another galaxy, perhaps even another dimension. But they hadn't abandoned their home entirely. Humanity knew that one day, younger races would discover Earth, the AI continued. They left behind their technology and knowledge as a gift and a test. Those who approach with peaceful intentions are welcome to learn. Those who come with conquest in mind. The AI didn't finish the sentence, but the implication was clear. Earth's defenses were more than capable of dealing with any threat. But why? Lax asked. "Why leave all this behind?" "Hope," the AI replied simply. "Hope that their legacy would inspire and guide others as humanity had once been inspired by the stars." As the Zarchan team digested this information, they realized the true magnitude of their discovery. They hadn't just found remnants of a lost civilization. They had found a doorway to a new understanding of the universe. Horlax looked at his crew, seeing the wonder in their eyes. "We have much to learn," he said solemnly, "and it seems our teachers left us quite the curriculum." The station hummed around them, a 500,000-year-old beacon of human ingenuity, waiting to share its secrets with those worthy of the knowledge. The real exploration, they realized, was just beginning. The Zarkhan exploration team had spent 3 lunar cycles aboard the ancient Earth space station. Despite its age, the station's systems functioned flawlessly, providing them with air, gravity, and power. It was a testament to the engineering prowess of the long-vanished humans. Vexillar, the science officer, had barely slept since their arrival. Her 6-fingered hands flew over holographic interfaces, sifting through vast archives of human knowledge. Captain Xorlax found her in the station's library, her bioluminescent patterns glowing with excitement. "Captain," she exclaimed, her tentacles quivering, "you won't believe what I've discovered about the humans." Xorlax's 4 eyes blinked in sequence, a sign of curiosity in his species. "Tell me, Vexillar, what have you learned?" Vexillar projected a hologram showing the history of human civilization. These beings, they called themselves humans, evolved on this planet they named Earth. Their recorded history spans over 10,000 years, but their technological growth in the last 500 years of their existence was explosive. The hologram showed images of human progress, from simple tools to space travel in a remarkably short time. "But that's not the most intriguing part," Vexillar continued. "Look at this." The hologram shifted to show scenes of conflict, humans fighting each other with increasingly deadly weapons. Xorlax's antenna drooped. They were violent. "Yes, but that's what makes this so fascinating," Vexillar explained. "Their constant conflicts drove their technological advancements. Each war pushed them to create better tools, better medicines, better ways of understanding the universe." The captain pondered this. In Zarkhan society, conflict was rare and always seen as a step backward. The idea of war driving progress was alien to them. But if they were so advanced, what happened to them? Lax asked. Vexillar's bioluminescence dimmed. "That's the mystery, Captain." The records become vague near the end. There are mentions of a great project, something they called the Ascension, but the details are encrypted beyond my ability to decode. Just then, the tactical officer, Krastur, burst into the library, his exoskeleton clicking with urgency. "Captain, we've detected something in the outer reaches of the solar system." They rushed to the station's control center. On the main screen, they saw a massive structure floating in the darkness beyond the orbit of the outermost planet. "What is it?" Lax asked, his voice filled with awe. Krastur manipulated the controls, zooming in on the structure. "It appears to be some sort of gateway, Captain. It's dormant now, but the energy readings suggest it could create a wormhole when activated." Vexillar's tentacles waved excitedly. This must be connected to the Ascension. The humans didn't just disappear, they left. As they studied the gate, something unexpected happened. The station's eye, which had been silent until now, suddenly spoke. "Greetings, explorers," the AI said, its voice eerily human-like. "You have discovered the culmination of humanity's greatest achievement. I am authorized to share this information as you have proven yourselves peaceful and curious." The team listened in rapt attention as the AI explained. Humanity had indeed ascended, using the gate to travel to another galaxy, perhaps even another dimension. But they hadn't abandoned their home entirely. Humanity knew that one day, younger races would discover Earth, the AI continued. They left behind their technology and knowledge as a gift and a test. Those who approach with peaceful intentions are welcome to learn. Those who come with conquest in mind. The AI didn't finish the sentence, but the implication was clear. Earth's defenses were more than capable of dealing with any threat. But why? Kexor, Lax asked. Why leave all this behind? Hope. The AI replied simply. Hope that their legacy would inspire and guide others as humanity had once been inspired by the stars. As the Zarchan team digested this information, they realized the true magnitude of their discovery. They hadn't just found remnants of a lost civilization. They had found a doorway to a new understanding of the universe. Horlax looked at his crew, seeing the wonder in their eyes. We have much to learn, he said solemnly. And it seems our teachers left us quite the curriculum. The station hummed around them, a 500,000-year-old beacon of human ingenuity, waiting to share its secrets with those worthy of the knowledge. The real exploration, they realized, was just beginning. The news of the Zarkhan exploration team's discovery spread quickly through the collective. What started as excited whispers in the halls of power soon became heated debates in the Grand Council chamber on the Zarkhan homeworld. Zarkhaner, High Counselor Drekthal, his scales shimmering with agitation, addressed the assembled representatives. We cannot ignore the potential threat this human technology poses. We must secure it for the collective immediately. Murmurs of agreement rippled through the chamber, but they were cut short by the calm voice of Elder Wise One Ixilzar. Her ancient form, supported by a hover chair, glided to the center of the room. Caution, my friends. Ixilzar's voice was soft but carried weight. We must consider the AI's words. This legacy was left as a gift and a test. Seizing it by force may trigger defenses beyond our comprehension. The chamber erupted into arguments. Some counselors sided with Drekthal, advocating for immediate action to claim the technology. Others aligned with Ixilzar, urging patience and further study. Meanwhile, on the Earth station, Captain Exor Lax and his team were unaware of the political storm brewing in the collective. They continued their studies, marveling at each new discovery. Vexilar had just finished another session with the AI, learning about human history. She found Sorlax in the observation deck, staring at the blue-green planet below. Captain, she said, her tentacles curling with concern, I've been thinking. The more we learn about humans, the more I wonder, are we worthy of their legacy? Zorlax's antenna drooped slightly. I've been wondering the same, Vexilar. The humans achieved so much, yet they also had great capacity for destruction. We must be careful not to repeat their mistakes. Their conversation was interrupted by an urgent call from Krastur. Captain, we're receiving a priority transmission from the collective. They rushed to the communication center, where a hologram of High Counselor Drekthal appeared. His scales were flushed with dark colors, a sign of agitation in their species. Captain Exorlax, Drekthal's voice was stern. You are hereby ordered to secure all human technology and prepare it for transport back to Zarkhaner. A fleet is on its way to assist you. Sorlax's 4 eyes blinked in surprise. Counselor, with all due respect, we can't just take this technology. The AI has made it clear. The AI is a machine, Captain, Drekthal interrupted. We cannot allow it to dictate our actions. The security of the collective is at stake. As the transmission ended, the team looked at each other in dismay. Zixmor's energy form flickered anxiously. Captain, if we try to forcibly remove this technology. I know, Kexorlax said grimly. We could trigger the defense systems, or worse, we could prove ourselves unworthy of the human's gift. Vexilar's bioluminescent pattern swirled with worry. What do we do, Captain? Sorlax was quiet for a moment, his antenna twitching in thought. Finally, he spoke. We must find a way to make the collective understand. This isn't just about technology. It's about wisdom, about proving we're ready for the responsibility that comes with such power. Just then, the station's AI spoke up. Captain Exorlax, I have been monitoring your communications. It seems you face a difficult decision. Yes, Sorlax admitted. Our leaders want to take this technology by force, but I fear that would be a grave mistake. The eye was silent for a moment before responding. Throughout human history, there were many times when individuals had to stand up against the short-sightedness of their leaders. It was not easy, but it was often necessary for progress. The team exchanged glances, realizing the weight of their situation. They stood at a crossroads, not just for themselves, but for their entire species. Orcs straightened, his resolve strengthening. We won't let the collective make this mistake. We'll find a way to show them the true value of what we've discovered here. As alarms began to sound, indicating the approach of the collective fleet, the exploration team prepared for their greatest challenge yet. They had to find a way to preserve humanity's legacy, prove their worthiness, and prevent a catastrophic mistake, all while defying their own government. The next few hours would determine not just their fate, but potentially the fate of the entire galaxy. The true test left behind by humanity was about to begin. The Zarkan exploration team watched anxiously as the collective fleet approached Earth's orbit. Captain Orcs knew they had little time to act before the situation spiraled out of control. We need to show them why they can't just take this technology, Orcs said, his antenna twitching nervously. But how? Vexillar's tentacles curled thoughtfully. Captain, what if we go down to the planet's surface? The AI mentioned there might be more to discover there. Zixmor's energy form pulsed in agreement. Yes, if we can find something significant on Earth, maybe we can convince the collective to approach this more carefully. Orcs nodded, his 4 eyes blinking in sequence. It's risky, but it might be our best option. Krastur, can you keep the collective fleet distracted while we go to the surface? The tactical officer clicked his exoskeleton confidently. Leave it to me, Captain. I'll give them a calm barrage they won't soon forget. As Krastur began transmitting a series of complex technical queries to the approaching fleet, the rest of the team prepared for their descent to Earth. The station's AI provided them with environmental suits designed by humans, capable of adapting to various planetary conditions. These suits, the AI explained, will protect you from any lingering hazards on the planet's surface. They also contain advanced sensors to aid in your exploration. The team boarded one of the smaller human shuttles in the hangar. As they strapped in, Orcs couldn't help but marvel at the ergonomic design that somehow accommodated their alien physiology perfectly. It's as if they knew we'd be coming, Vexillar murmured, her bioluminescent patterns swirling with wonder. The descent to Earth was smoother than any planetary landing they had ever experienced. The shuttle's advanced systems compensated for atmospheric turbulence, making it feel like they were gliding on air. As they broke through the cloud cover, the team gasped at the sight below. The planet was a mesmerizing mix of blue oceans, green forests, and sprawling ruins of what once were great cities. Nature had reclaimed much of the land, but hints of human civilization still peeked through the overgrowth. They landed in a clearing near what appeared to be the remains of a massive structure. As they exited the shuttle, their suits automatically adjusted to the planet's gravity and atmosphere. According to the shuttle's database, Vexillar said, consulting her suit's built-in computer, this was once a place called New York City. It was one of humanity's greatest metropolitan centers. The team carefully made their way through the overgrown streets, marveling at the skeletal remains of skyscrapers and the resilience of nature that had transformed the city into a verdant wonderland. Suddenly, Zixmor's energy form flared brightly. I'm detecting an energy signature. It's coming from beneath that structure. He pointed to a partially collapsed building covered in vines. As they approached, a hidden entrance revealed itself, responding to their presence. The team exchanged nervous glances before stepping into the dark passage. As they descended, lights flickered to life around them, illuminating a vast underground complex. The walls were lined with strange symbols and intricate machinery that hummed with latent power. What is this place? Orcs wondered aloud. As if in response, a holographic image materialized before them. It showed a human figure, dressed in what they assumed was formal attire. Welcome, Explorers, the hologram spoke, its voice echoing through the chamber. If you're seeing this message, it means you have proven yourselves worthy of learning humanity's greatest secret. The team listened in awe as the hologram explained. This facility was one of several nexus points scattered across Earth. These were the control centers for humanity's most advanced technologies, including the planetary defense systems and the mysterious Ascension project. But more importantly, the hologram continued. These nexus points contain the sum total of human knowledge and experience. Our history, our achievements, our mistakes, all are preserved here for those who come after us. As the hologram faded, the team stood in stunned silence. They realized they had stumbled upon something far more valuable than mere technology. They had discovered the very essence of humanity, its wisdom, its warnings, and its hopes for the future. Vexor turned to his team, his eyes gleaming with determination. This is what we needed. Not just advanced technology, but the knowledge to use it wisely. We must share this with the collective. As they prepared to return to the surface, each member of the team felt the weight of responsibility settling upon them. They now held the key to not just humanity's legacy, but potentially the future of galactic civilization itself. The real challenge, they realized, was just beginning. How would they convince their leaders to approach this discovery with the reverence and caution it deserved? The answer, they hoped, lay in the wisdom they had just uncovered in the depths of humanity's ancient home. As Captain Exorlax and his team emerged from the underground nexus point, they found themselves in a changed world. The sky above was filled with the imposing silhouettes of the collective's warships, their engines humming ominously. "We're out of time." Kraztur's voice crackled through their communication devices. "The fleet is demanding immediate access to the human technology." Sorlax's antenna twitched with determination. "Then we'll give them access, but not in the way they expect. Kraztur, tell them to send a delegation to our coordinates. It's time they saw what we've discovered." As they waited, Vexillar busied herself with the data they had retrieved from the nexus point. Her tentacles danced over holographic displays projected from her suit. "Captain," she said, her bioluminescent patterns pulsing with excitement, "this is incredible. The humans didn't just leave behind technology. They left a roadmap for ethical and responsible development of advanced civilizations." Zixmor's energy form flickered curiously. "What do you mean?" Vexillar explained, "The data contains detailed accounts of human history, including their triumphs and their mistakes. They've left warnings about the dangers of unchecked technological growth, the perils of environmental neglect, and the consequences of war." Before they could discuss further, a shuttle from the collective fleet landed nearby. High Counselor Drekthal stepped out, flanked by a group of stern-looking officials and armed guards. "Captain Exorlax." Drekthal's scales flushed with anger. "You have directly disobeyed orders. Explain yourself immediately." Sorlax stood tall, his four eyes meeting Drekthal's gaze steadily. "Counselor, we've discovered something far more valuable than weapons or ships. We've found the true legacy of humanity." With a nod to Vexillar, holographic displays sprang to life around them, showing scenes from human history. The officials watched in awe as they saw the rise and fall of human civilizations, their technological leaps, and their struggles with the very power they had created. The humans left all this behind as a gift and a warning. Sorlax explained, "They want us to learn from their experiences, to avoid the mistakes that nearly destroyed them." Drekthal's anger seemed to waver, replaced by curiosity. "But the technology, the ships we saw in orbit, are part of the gift," Sorlax finished. "But they come with a responsibility. The humans believe that only those who understand the weight of such power should wield it." As if on cue, the ground beneath them trembled. In the distance, a massive structure began to rise from beneath the overgrown ruins of the city. It was a pyramid-like building, its surface gleaming with an otherworldly light. The human A's voice echoed around them, emanating from their suits and the collective officials' equipment simultaneously. "You stand at a crossroads," the AI said. Before you lies the crucible of ascension, humanity's final gift to the cosmos. Within its chambers, you will face trials that will test not just your technological prowess, but your wisdom, empathy, and capacity for growth. The officials murmured among themselves, a mix of fear and excitement in their voices. The AI continued, "Should you prove worthy, the secrets of humanity's ascension will be yours. But be warned. Those who enter the crucible unprepared, or with malice in their hearts, may not return." Drekthal turned to Xorlax, his scales now a pale color of uncertainty. "Captain, what do you suggest we do?" Xorlax looked at his team, seeing the determination in their eyes, then back to the counselor. "I suggest we do what the humans hoped we would. We learn, we grow, and when we're ready, we face the trials they've left for us." He gestured towards the crucible of ascension. "This is not a race to be won, counselor. It's a journey to be undertaken with care and reverence. The humans are offering us a chance to join them among the stars, but only if we can prove we won't repeat their mistakes." As the group stood in the shadow of the massive structure, the weight of the decision before them was palpable. The human legacy was not just a treasure to be claimed, but a responsibility to be earned. Drekthal nodded slowly, his earlier aggression replaced by a sense of awe. "Very well, Captain. It seems we have much to learn. Let us begin this journey together." And so, under the watchful eye of humanity's AI guardians, the Zarkan began their path towards a new understanding of the universe, guided by the wisdom of a long-vanished species that had ascended beyond the stars. The crucible of ascension loomed before the assembled Zarkan, its crystalline surfaces reflecting the golden light of Earth's setting sun. Captain Xorlax, his team, and the collective officials led by High Counselor Drekthal stood at its base, a mix of anticipation and trepidation flowing through them. "Are we truly ready for this?" Drekthal asked, his scales shifting colors with uncertainty. Xorlax's antenna twitched thoughtfully. "I don't think anyone can ever be fully ready, Counselor, but we must try. It's what the humans hoped for." As if responding to their conversation, the entrance to the crucible shimmered and opened. The human eye's voice echoed around them once more. "Enter, seekers of knowledge. The trials await. Remember, the path to ascension is not about power, but understanding." With a shared look of determination, the group stepped into the crucible. The interior was a marvel of technology and artistry, with walls that seemed to shift and change as they walked. They soon found themselves in a vast chamber. At its center stood a holographic representation of a galaxy, teeming with life and civilizations. "Your first trial," the AI announced, "is one of empathy and understanding." A hologram zoomed in on various planets, showing alien species in conflict, facing environmental disasters, or grappling with technological advancements beyond their ethical development. "Choose a civilization to aid," the AI instructed. "But be warned, your choice will have consequences." The Zarkan debated among themselves, analyzing each situation. It was Vexillar who finally spoke up. "We shouldn't just choose the most advanced civilization, or the one most like us," she said, her tentacles waving expressively. "We should help those who have the potential to grow and positively influence others." Her wisdom swayed the group. They made their choice, selecting a young civilization on the brink of a catastrophic war. As they worked together to devise a plan to guide the species towards peace, the chamber around them transformed. They found themselves facing new challenges, ethical dilemmas, tests of scientific understanding, and trials that pushed the boundaries of their imagination. Through each trial, the Zarkan learned and grew. They saw the value in their differences, with each member's unique perspective contributing to their success. Zixmor's analytical, energy-based mind complemented Krastur's tactical thinking. Vexlar's scientific curiosity balanced Drekthal's cautious leadership, and at the center of it all was Xorlax, whose open-mindedness and ability to unite the team proved invaluable. Hours passed, feeling like days within the crucible. The final trial brought them to a chamber that mirrored the galaxy they had seen at the beginning. But now, they saw the far-reaching consequences of their choices, how their actions had shaped the fate of countless civilizations. You have faced the trials with wisdom and compassion. The AI's voice resonated through the chamber. You have shown the potential that humanity saw in the stars. Are you prepared for the final step? The Zarkan looked at each other, a silent understanding passing between them. Sorlax stepped forward. "We are ready," he said firmly. The chamber filled with a brilliant light. When it faded, they found themselves back outside the crucible, but the world around them had changed. The ruins of New York City were restored to their former glory, yet harmoniously integrated with the nature that had reclaimed it. In the sky above, they saw not just stars, but gateways to other galaxies, other dimensions. The human AI materialized before them, now in the form of a diverse group of humans. "You have proven yourselves worthy," the AI said, smiling. "Humanity's legacy is now yours to continue. The Infinity-class ships, the advanced technology, the accumulated wisdom of our species, all of this we entrust to you." Drekthal, his scales now a serene blue, turned to Exorlax. "Captain, I believe we owe you and your team a debt of gratitude. Your wisdom has opened up a new future for our entire species." Sorlax's antennae quivered with emotion. "The gratitude belongs to the humans, Counselor. They believed in the potential of species like ours, enough to leave behind this incredible gift." As the group looked up at the star-filled sky, now teeming with possibilities, the AI spoke one last time. "Remember, this is not an end, but a beginning. Humanity ascended to join a community of enlightened beings across the cosmos. Now, we invite you to join us. Explore, learn, grow, and one day, you too may ascend." With newfound purpose and the wisdom of humanity to guide them, the Zarkan took their first steps into a vast, interconnected universe. They carried with them not just advanced technology, but a profound responsibility to use it wisely, to learn from humanity's triumphs and mistakes, and to help guide other species on their own journeys of discovery. As the Infinity-class ships prepared for their maiden voyage under Zarkan guidance, Sorlax looked at his team, now heroes of their civilization, and smiled. The greatest adventure of all was just beginning.